do this one more time.
For more on the story, we are joined by Rez Dog in the studio today, everybody. Give it up for Rez Dog! Come in here, man.
I don't like math, so I mean...
It's that Native American telepathy. We're talking to each other. We're talking.
Yes!
We're talking about the chain. We're talking about Danger's black shirt all through in our heads. New Mexico became the 18th state this month to allow same-day voter registration. Woo-woo! It's New Mexico. We run on Indian time, am I right?
Bernie's getting screwed over again, and he needs to quote some old rap music like Lauryn Hill was saying. I'd like to make a quick announcement. As the great Lauryn Hill once said, "'Cause no one's hurt me more than you. And no one ever will."
Welcome back to Whatislife.blog, the podcast series. I'm your host, Charles Horace, and today's guest is Isiah Yazzie.
Thank you for having me. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know Isiah since through high school. We've known each other for a while now, right?
Yeah, we went to high school. I mean, I don't know. Can't remember too far back if you were in middle school at Rehoboth.
No.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, high school. We played soccer together. We called him Dr. Laser. I think that nickname still sticks to today. So
Yeah. And we were on soccer, right? We played soccer for 2 years?
yeah, I played my whole life, but I think once you got to Rehoboth, we enticed you to play some soccer with us, and
Yeah.
yeah, that was like the main sport at Rehoboth. I feel like we were on the trend of soccer before it took off.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Yeah. Did you ever play soccer in college?
Yeah, so right after high school, went to Trinity Christian College, Go Trolls. Didn't graduate, but still Go Trolls. I like the mascot.
There you go.
But played college soccer there for about 2 years, which was fun.
Was that under a scholarship or?
Yeah, so it was like a small scholarship, which was, and like I said, nice enough to go. And now I look back and I'm like, ooh, UNM would have been nice too. In-state tuition would have been nice. But it was a great time. I think Chicago, I love the city of Chicago. I want to go back soon. But Trinity's right outside Chicago, probably a 30-minute drive, about an hour train ride, which is really nice. But at Trinity, I was like, okay, I want to be a teacher. I think I was like going to Trinity to be like a teacher.
Okay.
And I'm glad I didn't do that. Now I look at the kids and I'm like, oof, TikTok, 6, 7, all of that. I don't know if I could handle that. So,
dude, I'm a substitute teacher. I hear 6, 7 every day.
Oh man, that is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if I could do it. So I'm glad that I, quote unquote, dropped out. But I didn't really. I mean, I dropped out, and I also discovered comedy, which we're going to talk about too. I went to Second City Improv, which is. It's just called Second City, but I went to the improv school there. Didn't have an idea that I could be a comedian. Had no idea what that took to be a comedian. I mean,
but you've always been a funny guy, though.
Thank you. Class clown, I guess, is a good term to put. Yeah, I think we're going to Trinity and figuring out, oh, you can be a comedian and make money doing this. And so I went to Second City, kind of took as many classes as I could take and learned the basic rules of improv and writing and comedy. Chicago, started partying there when I was not gonna lie, started partying, and
Chicago.
I was like, hey, this is great, and it was a fun time. I was in Lincoln Park for about 2 years, very fun time, and then I moved back and started Res City Improv, which is Ernest David Sosi III and I from James and Ernie.
Yeah. Like they just restarted doing their shows.
I think so. Yeah. They just restarted. It was like a whole. So yeah, coming back was 2014 or 15 was when I first started doing stand-up, and he let me do stand-up, and that's how I kind of started with stand-up. But I was like, we need some improv. Like, I need to do improv. Stand-up's fun, but I like making things up on the spot, and the creativity is there, and engaging the community members. So that was a big part of it, and so it took some convincing, probably 2 or 3 years for me to be like, Ernie, let's do improv. Because he's originally an actor too.
Yeah.
Got him on board, and we started Res City Improv.
Was this in Gallup or was this in?
This was in Gallup.
Okay.
And so was kind of doing stand-up, here and there, hosting conferences, emceeing and stuff like that. Started Res City Improv, and that's when we started doing shows monthly downtown, and it was a hit. And then COVID came through and stopped all of the performance and everything. And then after COVID, did some. We'll get into all of that, but now I'm here, so yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Okay. Well, so the main topic that what I really want to talk about is, because you, like you said, you're a comedian. You've had kind of like your own show, right? Pick Up New Mexico, right?
Yeah. So I love writing. I've always loved late night. I've loved improv. I remember watching Whose Line Is It Anyway and Conan O'Brien as a kid, and again, not knowing I could do it. And so that was a huge thing too, is one of our teachers at Rehoboth was like, "You're funny, you're a class clown, you should try to do improv." And so Mr. Treborg, let us do improv like on the last week of school. And that's when I was like, okay, yeah, Trinity is going to be a good fit. But eventually all of that kind of led up to me wanting to do a show that was late night, kind of like a talk show, comedy. Yeah. You could throw some guests in there, some interviews, go like do some Conan O'Brien rural sketches, like some remote sketches. And so we did Pick Up New Mexico, which was a late night talk show that was weekly for almost a whole year, but we took breaks.
From an undisclosed location in Santa Fe comes Pick Up New Mexico. Welcome our host from Gallup, New Mexico, Isiah Yazzie.
Hello, and thank you for watching Pick Up New Mexico. I'm your host, Isiah Yazzie, a.k.a. Lil Zay, a.k.a. The New Slay. We launched this show to discuss New Mexico politics, local issues, and to do it without getting bored. We had a guest, so a lot of them were senators or representatives, political figures mostly. Pick Up New Mexico was trying to engage a younger audience to pick up the issues in their community and learn about the issues through a late night talk show, through comedy, instead of, I don't want to be rude, but like boring PBS, like people talking about politics over like a fire. That appeals to some people, but I think bringing the comedy is important, especially with younger people. And if you're Native, it's easy to question both sides. And so Pick Up New Mexico was a way to engage young people to get into voting and local issues, but also go out and raise that awareness with remotes and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. One of the reasons why I wanted to be on my show is because I absolutely loved what you were doing with that, and just your whole journey and stories, because, you have like articles of your life, already online, and it's like, yeah, okay. I'm trying to build myself up onto a podcast, format, platform. Mm-hmm. And it brings me to the question, what do you think it means to be a successful Native American Navajo entrepreneur? Just a quick question. You are Navajo, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure that, yeah.
Imagine me being like, no, I'm Pima. What does it mean to be a successful Native American entrepreneur?
Yeah. Because I think there's a difference between being non-Native and Native.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think, you're right on that. And I think to me, I think, again, we have to figure out, okay, the American dream is finances, a house, maybe a nice car,
white picket fence,
maybe some kids. But that doesn't appeal to everybody. And so I think we can't look at success as one little small dot. It's a broader thing. I think as Natives, especially, just pursuing your dreams and your aspirations is success in itself. You go back, 200 years ago, and you wouldn't be able to do a podcast, well, because there's no technology, but you wouldn't be able to, have a voice. And so I think just having your voice out there and trying to influence locally, even, it doesn't have to be on a national scale. I think that's one thing that I've struggled with too, is being like, I want to be a writer for Stephen Colbert or, a late night talk show. And it was like, okay, as a 31-year-old, that's a little bit hard to just move and go to New York. And because I also help like with a family clinic, and I have some stuff that I do here, and Pick Up New Mexico was important. Bringing it back like on a local level, I think, wanting to be a teacher, that's success in itself. Is you've done 4 years of college, and that's success, and it's and you're coming back and helping community members, or you go to a city and help people. I think it just varies what success is. I don't think it's just one term.
So then let's bring it down to a smaller area. What does it mean for you as Isiah Yazzie?
Oh, I think being able to realize, oh, I can do comedy, and trying to do it, and having all these hiccups throughout the 10 years that I've kind of been off and on doing it, and trying to figure out a way, okay, so I don't really like doing stand-up anymore. Improv's kind of on hiatus with Rest City Improv, so what can I do? And that was like, okay, the next thing is doing my own show. New Mexico, land of enchantment, land of transcendence, land of settlement. Our state is a special state, but with the influx of newcomers, there's a lot of people talking about what makes a true New Mexican. Even the New Mexico Tourism Department's catchphrase is, New Mexico, true. So anticlimactic. We here at Pick Up New Mexico have done the hard work of compiling what true New Mexican values are. Whether you and your family have been here before colonization, or you just got here and can't roll your R's. You matter. Let's take a look at 10 true New Mexican values. Number 10, food. Like, that sounds kind of crazy, doing a weekly show with a guest. Okay, so it's writing a cold opening, writing a monologue, interview, like another desk piece thrown in there.
Yeah.
And then you have like a musical guest. Going into it, it was like, oh my gosh, that sounds impossible. But it was like, let's try it. And a few years ago, I did New Mexican Inquisition, which was another earlier version with a bunch of comedians in Albuquerque that was a little bit more like Last Week Tonight or The Daily Show. So it was almost a late night, but it was really heavily focused on facts and like a big chunk of interviews.
Were you in charge of that production?
No, I was just a writer at the time. And so my friend Danger, I love his name, Danger Varos.
Welcome back to the New Mexico Inquisition. I'm Danger K. Varos. We got a special guest tonight, but first, I want to introduce my good friend, political analyst, Isiah Yazzie, to my right here, everybody. We got Isiah Yazzie in the house.
But we used to do a whole show like that. And eventually it turned into a late night show, like season 2. And so I kind of had an idea of what it entailed. Like, okay, so kind of had the back scenes behind the scenes of what it took to make the show. And so I kind of did that, researched a lot. And that's the nice thing too, is internet and YouTube and behind the scenes. And so when I started Pick Up New Mexico, I had no idea what I was doing, but it went well. We booked like, I think 8, maybe 6 or 7 guests the first season, and it was all planned out, and it was great. It was a fun time, and then season 2 came around, and same thing. It was a great time.
Were you the one that was like in charge of like overseeing everything, or did you have like people do certain parts that kind of put it all together?
So season 1, I had a more writers than season 2. David Lee was one of he was like our on-set DJ kind of guy, playing sound effects and stuff like that. So season 1, I had writers. It was a lot. There was probably 4 or 5 writers. And so we just were writing jokes every week, and so I would sort through them. And the title that I gave myself was like executive producer, host. So I had a head writer as well who would help, with the jokes, or I'd be like, this is the joke I want, but can we have a different punchline, or it's too long, let's shorten it. So that was nice for season 1. Season 2, a lot of them were like, hey, we're moving, or we can't commit as much time. And so it was a lot of David and I season 2. And I was making a lot of the decisions. So what we were doing, what monologue jokes, what desk piece, who we interviewed, musical guest. I'm a big fan of music, and I love music. And And so it was very important for me to highlight new Mexican artists like Sage La Capa, Brainwave Babe, like a bunch of people that I listened to from New Mexico. And it was just reaching out and being like, hey, I do this show. Here's the first episode, or here's the idea of it. Would you be down to try to be a guest? We'll see how it goes. And a lot of the music just came from like me listening to music on Apple Music or Spotify. I'm like, okay, I like this. I'm going to reach out to them later today.
How did you know they were New Mexican?
From Red Light Cameras, Barney Lopez. I follow him on Spotify, and he has a New Mexico-based playlist of just New Mexico artists. And so that was an easy way just to be working on jokes and playing that in the background. And if I'm like, oh, that's good, I would save it. With the guest, it was a little bit more tough. I think we asked a lot of people, and they were unavailable. But a lot of it was people. Before this, I was again involved in politics, and so I knew a lot of senators or reps just from interviewing them from before without Pick Up New Mexico or helping with campaigns. So a lot of it is networking. So.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty cool. Yeah, because I saw like videos of you like eating like a burger with and the Laguna burger with what's his name?
Gabe Vasquez.
Yeah, Gabe Vasquez, and then you went to like a homeless shelter kind of area, interviewing people there.
Yeah, we actually stayed that night out like in early February, and definitely there was things I would do different now when I'm looking back on it. And like, okay, yeah. But yeah, that was kind of a way to raise awareness about homelessness and have advocates there. And it was fun. We had advocates and Senator and Representative, Senator Harold Pope and Representative Eleanor Chavez there. And they put up a bunch of bills too, actually, about, to assist in houselessness and stuff like that. So
Are you still very much involved with the politics of New Mexico, or not so much?
Yeah. So yeah, I'd say yes. As much as I don't want to say yes, I am. Since Pick Up New Mexico is not on anymore, it's done.
Okay.
I've still have kept up with politics and read the paper and listen to Democracy Now! Every day and watch C-SPAN. So I definitely into politics.
It's interwoven into our societies and our way of life. Do you have any connections with the elections that's coming up here in Gallup?
I don't know any of the I know some of the mayoral candidates, but I just recently moved back to Gallup, and so I know a lot more of, I hate to say it, but like the Albuquerque and Santa Fe politics.
Not small town, huh?
I want to know. Again, I'm driving by and I'm like, oh, here's how I would run that campaign. Here's what I would do. But yeah, I'm helping out in Santa Fe and Albuquerque, so traveling there often. It's nice riding the train.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So taking that up. But yeah, I Gallup's interesting place for politics. I definitely enjoy the being back and reading the paper and
Gallup Independent.
Gallup Independent, even Navajo Times sometimes. Even the Navajo politics.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Top notch.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on over there. All right. Do you ever see yourself in an election?
I do, but I don't want to. So this year I was like, maybe I'll run like a satirical campaign, or next year as like a satirical candidate. And if I did run, okay, so maybe I do run, I don't know, but again, if I do run, I'm changing. It's not going to be Democrat, Republican. I'm creating my own party, and I'm calling it the After Party.
Ah, okay.
So why not the After Party? And I feel like that would get a lot of younger people interested and be like, you know what? Forget these two. I'm going to be part of the After Party. It just is cooler, right?
Well, see now that you're going to get like an after party.
Oh, trust me. Trust me. I go after party. So we go till like 12 p.m. the next day. But that's going to be canvassing till 12 p.m. the next day.
Raving. You post a lot of videos and postings of raving. What's the story behind that?
Oh, it started again in high school early on. Caleb Baya. I do remember though, we would be on the bus in like 2010, Swedish House Mafia shuffling up and down. Caleb would be shuffling. So it started early on, but now that I'm like an adult, I'm not married, I don't have kids, so I'm like, you know what? Let's go to the rave. So
Is that a call for those who are looking for a husband?
no,
No,
definitely not.
Local native in Gallup, likes to rave.
Likes
He's
to
available,
rave.
ladies.
He's gone every weekend. His house is a mess. Top tier.
Oh, do you have a pet?
I do have a pet.
Oh, what do you have? What do you have?
I have a dog. His name is Todd, with one D though, because it's TOD. I was like, he doesn't need another D. Why waste that D? He just needs one D. He's missing a paw. He was born without a paw.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So he's crazy. He's not bad. He's just,
Is he a res dog or?
yeah, he's a res dog. Like, he had some birth complications and
Yeah.
stuff, and my uncle, who's a res uncle, was like, we can't keep this dog. He's missing a leg. What use is it? And I like jumped in front of the dog and was like, no, I'll take him. So that's how it started.
Nice.
Yeah, he's the only kid I have. So
It's like a big dog, medium dog, small dog.
it's like a medium-sized dog, probably
Yeah.
about a good 60 pounds. He's a
Okay.
little smaller. He's a border collie.
Okay. I got a big Labrador mix. He's a Labrador blue heeler mix. Just imagine like an extra large blue heeler, but that looks like a
Okay.
Labrador. Kinda.
Okay, I'm not good with dogs. I only know Chihuahuas and like golden retrievers.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of getting a picture in my head.
Yeah. So we go on a few trips. I took him to San Diego
Oh, nice.
either last year or 2 years ago, and I took him on a boat yacht.
Ooh,
We saw some whales. We both got sick.
was it deep ocean? Like deep?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I could never do that. That's my biggest fear.
Really?
Yeah, that should have been a question. What's your biggest fear? And it's the deep ocean.
Really?
Yeah, never would go up.
What?
I would never go knee deep in the ocean. I've never been farther than my waist.
Yeah,
But
no,
that sounds interesting. How was it?
it was good. It was good.
Do you think he liked it?
Yeah, I think he just likes being around with me. It
Okay.
doesn't matter what we do.
He was like, Charles is sick. I'm gonna get sick.
yeah, we both had that sick looking face. It was, yeah.
The puppy dog face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good time. People love dogs over there in San Diego.
Oh yeah, I wanna. Hopefully, I end up in San Diego somehow. Yeah. Maybe I'll run for politics in San Diego.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Be a council delegate or a councilman.
Or marry into somebody down there.
There you go. Marry rich.
Marry per cap Indian. That's the goal.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Well, there. Speaking on comedy, there was that whole fiasco with Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you hear about that?
Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert. Yeah, I did hear about that. That's interesting, and definitely like, ooh, what's in store for comedy, And so I don't know. I really want to do a show again, just to do some monologue jokes, but that is interesting. There could be better writing for sure. Don't get me wrong. There could be funnier monologue jokes.
Okay.
Could be funnier like desk pieces, remotes maybe. I don't know. I was spoiled. I was raised on like Conan O'Brien, and I miss the late night of like Conan O'Brien. I feel like Jimmy Fallon, not my favorite really. I think my favorite late night right now host is, I don't even know.
Is Trevor Noah still? Is he still a thing?
No.
No.
It was like 2 years ago maybe.
That was
was
2
a
years.
thing.
Okay.
See, I don't even know. I try to, I like skip around. I don't have one favorite late night host.
Well, nowadays it's not like not many people watch cable.
And it's not like the 90s. Like in the 90s, remember they all hated each other. All
Yeah,
the late night hosts
yeah.
hated each other. Now they like all buddies, and it's like, come on, like we need some network rivalry to go on.
Yeah, exactly.
So, who knows? I might start another show and just be like, hey, let's go for it. Let's be the Jay Leno of late night in 2025. So
Yeah. Well, it's a different culture too. Different times, different era. People are different now.
yeah, it's hard. Like I am always nostalgic of. I feel like our age, we were perfect. We got like the last end of good American culture.
Yeah.
Like I was raised on Jersey Shore.
Okay. I never watched Jersey Shore. I know.
You should binge it now. You should binge it now.
We'll see. Is that good, huh?
It's just entertaining.
Just entertaining. Okay.
You'll be saying some catchphrases like Gabs are here, well, like just randomly. It's so I guess it's good, but yeah,
Well, I mean, I don't really watch anything new. I always rewatch my old shows that I usually like to watch, So maybe there's a certain era that I like watching television. So maybe it'll fit into that box.
yeah, nostalgia. Yeah,
Yeah.
the nostalgia of it. But yeah, I think Jimmy Kimmel. I don't know. It was ill timed for sure, and I don't know. I don't know about the whole cancellation for a few days, and then be like, we're bringing him back.
Yeah. Do you think it has anything tied with like free speech? Do you have any thoughts on the concept of American free speech?
I don't know. Just seeing that, it's kind of like, is it under attack? We shall see. We shall see what happens.
Yeah.
But I think now they're coming back harder than they were. Their jokes are hitting harder and they're riskier.
Yeah.
They're more risque than before they were canceled. So who knows? I think, I don't think it could be under attack, but I think seeing what jokes they're doing after the cancellation, I think, I don't know. I think, again, people are still going to stand-up shows locally.
Yeah.
And so I think there it's a little bit easier to be willing to say whatever you kind of want rather than on a national stage where, everybody could be watching, kids. So it's tough. I think time and place for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not doing comedy too much right now. And so,
Well, what are you doing right now?
Raving.
Okay.
No, I'm just helping out. So again, family clinic that I kind of help do marketing for and trying to
stay on the download right now and just kind of just kick back for a bit.
A little bit. I'm getting too comfortable though.
Yeah.
That's the thing is I'm like, I don't really want to go do a show. So I've been turning down some stand-up shows, but
It means we're getting older, dude.
it is definitely like I really enjoy Thursday night football now. Never really enjoyed that, playing fantasy football.
You got a league, huh?
I got a league. I'm not doing so well. 2 years ago I joined a league, won the league first time against some guys who are like really into it.
Yeah.
So I just was bragging. I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead. This year I'm 2-3, so it's not looking too well, but who knows? But yeah, I'm hoping to evolve Pick Up New Mexico into something else. Again, not Pick Up New Mexico. Definitely loved it, but it's like a Pokemon. It's like hoping to evolve into something bigger. So, trying to write some stand up.
Okay.
Doing a few web series sketches with David that we're going to be filming. So we'll see if freedom of speech is under attack because I have a few ideas that are like, ooh, maybe we'll see how that hits. So
Okay. So yeah, you have a few like ideas and projects that you're planning ahead and so forth.
yeah, they're little concepts right now, still on a yellow legal pad and
Yeah.
being written out.
Do you see yourself putting that on like on YouTube or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be on YouTube. So David's funnier than me. I think David Lee.
Okay.
Went to school with him in high school, but he's also a DJ. But yeah, he definitely helped a lot in season 2 of Pick Up New Mexico, and it wouldn't have happened without him. So, him and I are we want to do a Christmas special, kind of like a old Dean Martin, Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra esque kind of feel where, it nostalgic. We want to make it feel nostalgic, and
Okay.
so that's going to hopefully come out this Christmas. We're doing a few sketches, and then, like I said, Pick Up New Mexico. I want to evolve that in some way, and maybe some more stand-up. We'll see. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that David and I are going to do will be on YouTube. I want to call it Land of Entrapment. I feel like I'm always enticed or entrapped in New Mexico. I like it, but I feel like, again, throwing some native duality on the internet of like what it's like to be native, in a duality of life.
Yeah.
So I think there's plenty of episodes that we have that we just have to film. So
Yeah. Being native is such an interesting concept, I think. At what point did you realize that you were native? Like, I mean, like growing up, like we can go to Walmart and we just see a bunch of natives there, and it's like, oh yeah, that's normal. But if you go to like to a different state, where there's like non-natives, like, oh wait, am I the minority? At what point did you realize that?
Oh man, I don't even know. You got me thinking now, Charles. Let's see. Let me do like a That's So Raven and try to get like a flashback.
Because I think mine was probably, I don't know, maybe 8th grade.
Yeah, I'd probably say like adolescent years, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, actually. I mean, definitely young in life.
Do you think that played an effect on who you are as an individual?
Oh yeah, definitely.
How so?
I'm funny. I'm funnier. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's definitely different. Definitely played a role because Charles. What was the question? I need the question again.
What the concept of being a Native American, what does that mean to you? How does that look? How has that affected your upbringing, your life, your career choices, and ultimately, I guess, your steps to becoming an entrepreneur?
I think also being the oldest Native sibling is like, ooh, okay, I got to do a lot more.
Okay, you got all that weight on you, huh?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's not a lot, but I'm also like, okay.
Wait, how many siblings do you got?
2, a younger brother and a younger sister, and but yeah, I think being the oldest of the whole grandchildren too, the firstborn. So like, it's like, ooh, okay. It definitely, like, growing up in a religious setting definitely played like a major role of like, okay, like so I don't want to be rude, but I think growing up in Gallup also and seeing a lot of drunk people on the streets was definitely an influence of like, okay, I'm not ever, and I'm not trying to be rude about it. Like, I honestly think it's fixable. And okay, as a campaign manager, if I ever ran for mayor of Gallup, as mayor, I would be on the streets being like, hey, talking to people that are suffering from alcoholism and be like, what can we do in Gallup? I'm the mayor. How can we help you? And getting a firsthand discussion going. But also being young and realizing, oh, I am Native.
Yeah.
The duality of it. I go to Rehoboth, which is far pulled away from public school, especially in Gallup. And so seeing politics and seeing, the whole issue of Gallup and how, alcohol's not sold on the Navajo Nation. So a lot of people come to Gallup. It was like, okay, so I don't want to end up like, rock bottom. I always want to push myself to not let alcohol control me. And so, yes, I do love drinking. I love going to a rave and having a fun time. But again, I think part of being a successful Native entrepreneur is being able to be like, okay, I gotta do this. I gotta go to do a podcast tomorrow or something like that. I think realizing, okay, there is success that I can be successful in something. And I think that's a lot of the school system's fault too, is right now we strategize, like the main priority is test. But like school should be like a social, like learning how to coexist with each other. And so I think that's one thing as natives is like how is that coexist? Like, how are you coexisting in schools when your main image is Native people walking the street? Like that's kind of the image that people, especially adolescents, high schoolers, struggle with, is like, oh, I'm Native. But like, I don't want to be that type. Like, and there's like, again, I don't want to be saying that, but like, we gotta inspire Native youth to say, hey, success isn't just this small little hole. Like we were saying, the finances, house, white picket fence, car. Success is you being able to come back to your community, maybe, or even a different community, and inspire and work with others to make it better.
Like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Very, very cool.
So.
Yeah, no, I think being the older sibling, I think there's a lot of weight there, especially the oldest grandchild too.
Yeah.
See, I don't have that. I'm the middle child. One, I'm the middle child.
Ah.
And two, Kyle, my older brother, he's the oldest of the grandchildren. So
Ooh,
I got all that weight lifted off of me.
yeah, you just look and wave. You're like, yeah.
I'm the forgotten child.
Oh man, that's funny.
And you're right about education. I think there's just a lot of restructuring, but it's impossible because it's all built on, through a network of capitalism, and just as a substitute teacher, it's like, okay, I want these students to get to know each other and to get to create memories, but it's kind of structured to like sit still, don't talk, pay attention, look at the books, read the assignment.
Exactly.
Keep your hands to yourself. You know?
And doing like Red City Improv, one thing I realized is like, oh man, like Native kids are called class clowns, and they're always in the principal's office. For example, me, but like going on to like different Native schools on the res and realizing, oh, like these kids aren't getting attention at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so they're coming to school and getting the attention from their friends, and it feels good for them because that's like they're like, oh man, this feels great. I've never gotten this attention, and so of course you're gonna be excited as a kid and be silly when all your friends are laughing and you're funny and then you're going home and it's like depression and my parents are drinking or they're on like doing this, but it's that lack of attention at the house. And so I think when they go to school, again, that's where they're getting attention. And so it affects them to where they're receiving something they're not receiving at home, but it seems disruptive. Right? Yeah. And so one thing that improv definitely helped do was allow kids to get, have the attention on them and do silly improv games, kind of like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
In the beginning of the week and at the end of the week, so that it feels like the kids are getting the attention that they want. And so I used to work at a summer camp too, and one thing that I used to do is if there was a distraction, let all the kids look at the distraction. Okay, let's bring it back, like just so that they all acknowledge it and bring it back. So I think if you're like, hey, let's try some improv, I'll definitely give you some games and some rules that you can try out with your substitute kids, and that's a way to create memories. Like it's so fun to be silly and laugh and create that
culture, right?
That culture, that storyline too. Because improv, you're making something out of nothing, and so it helps kids realize, okay, I don't have to have everything so like things can flow. There's fluidity in life. So
yeah, I like that. That's one of the reasons why I liked high school, because I mean it was a smaller school,
Rehoboth, like private
yeah,
high school compared to like public.
Yeah,
because it's definitely different.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, very different. Yeah,
and I'm so glad I was sent to Rehoboth, because the idea of it like being open and us being able to like go sit on a soccer field at lunch and play basketball and like slackline and it was just, and I think that's created this social aspect of being able to coexist with everybody.
Yeah,
it wasn't cliques, and so if you look at a public school, it's very much cliques. And so again, being able to have like a private school kind of do its own curriculum. I don't know if they have their own curriculum, but they can kind of do things differently than a public school. Yeah. And that just shows a lot of people that I know still struggle socially sometimes, but I think if high school was more open and willing to be open and not so structured and standardized,
Yeah, I mean, there's been several studies over the years in several states all showing that smaller class sizes result in higher test scores. It's a pretty well-known phenomenon, but you'll still find classrooms with more students than one teacher can handle here in New Mexico, and advocates believe that needs to change if we want our students to be set up for success.
Kind of sounds like you could be a good teacher, man.
I wanted to be a teacher.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, man, I don't know what it was, but I just was like, the kids are going to get crazy. Like just seeing how fast, as myself too, seeing how fast we went from like an iTouch all the way to iPhones in college. I was like,
those little slide phones, the buttons, 40 buttons.
Exactly. Yeah, and I was like, I don't know, kids like who were just raised not knowing life without the internet. I don't know if I could do that. Like, imagine writing a paper now with AI. One of my hardest teachers was like Mr. Morris in middle school. He was like, you need to type this. It needs to be correct grammar. And so I would just look at a blank screen for like 3 hours on a Wednesday night about to like freak out. And kids now can just go and type AI and be like, hey, write an essay for me. I had some little realization, like it's going to get crazy in high school.
It is.
Like, and I think right when I was graduating, vapes were becoming like easily accessible, kind of like vape pens, vaporizers. And now it's like an addiction in high school. And I'm like, ooh, like I feel like it's just harder to be a teacher now, and I couldn't do it. It sounds fun, but the parents are crazy. The kids are crazy. I mean, even going to like a football game, I'm like, whoa, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's for me, from my perspective, how I see things. It's because of the structure of how school districts are set up. You know, again, it's a gateway towards being the workforce. You know, working 9 to 5 jobs, getting a paycheck. You know, having the weekends off because that's school. You know, it's from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. You got no schools on Saturday or Sunday. It's just a programming directed towards working for a 9 to 5 job. And, you know, I guess that's just how the country runs. But because of the way AI and technology and just the culture of everyone's it's getting a lot worse, it doesn't fit that model anymore. And you just it has to change. It has to change.
It definitely does have to change for sure. Or we have to be strict on AI.
Yeah.
So something's got to give. We'll see.
Do you use AI?
I have when it first came out, and then I was reading about people being like, oh, it takes a lot of energy to power AI. And then I started reading about how AI out down near El Paso is trying to buy a plot of land for like a 10 gigawatt factory or something in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. And so it's just like, okay.
That's Skynet, man. That's
but it's
Skynet.
it's hard to escape AI because even on Google, if you're looking up like sometimes I have the hardest time cooking. And so I'm like, okay, what can I make with like chicken and rice?
Yeah.
And then AI is already answering it for me when I'm like trying to go to a Google search or doing social media images on Canva. Canva has AI, and it's just Apple has AI. It just, I'm like,
it's everywhere, man.
Yeah.
It's Skynet. It's Terminator, man.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, it's there's just some crazy conspiracy theories that I've also watched about AI, and it's intense.
Yeah. I don't really use AI as much. I mean, let's say you have like Google AI. I guess that's pretty much what I use. But no, I haven't really used it. I probably should.
No worries. We'll see how far it gets.
One of the things I thought that was really kind of cool was the No Dapple protest movement years ago. Talk about that.
2016.
Yeah, because you posted a really cool, like gnarly, like rugged photo of you. Yeah,
me with a cigarette.
Yeah. I was like, damn, that's tough.
That was probably like 5 or 6 months in.
5 or 6 months in.
And we were like, gosh, shoot, it was cold. But it's crazy though, because it started like in 2016, I believe, in the summertime, I think. And all the way up until like September, I was like, oh, I need to get there. And some friends here were like, hey, we're going up to North Dakota to do the protest. Do you want to come? And I was like, sure. I'm like, I'll jump in.
Yeah.
Brought like a weekend bag. Ended up staying 6 months. And it was one thing that I did learn is like, okay, if we ever need to have another huge protest or something, let some natives lead it, because grandma will be there cooking. There was like food everywhere. Like it was like there was like 3 food tents. It was just so community oriented, and you would go to like do a action or like a protest action.
Yeah.
Get sprayed with water, with tear gas. You hear sorry, I said the F word. You hear explosions, and then you go back to camp and you're playing like a hand game and eating stew, and it was just intense.
So you did get tear gas? Is that?
Yeah, I mean, every action was like, okay, somebody could get hurt today. We did a lot of the drone footage and got a lot of the content that was happening with One Nation TV. And so we were doing a lot of that, interviews. So yeah, it was an intense time, but I'm also like, okay, I only would I feel comfortable going to like North Dakota and staying there with a whole community, it's sort of like a village. It's like when you pulled up, it looked like an old Western movie with like teepees and but like there's cars there and stuff. But if you could just imagine the plains with some like teepees and smoke, it was definitely an image of like, oh, okay, I'll feel comfortable here. Like I'm not too scared. But yeah, it definitely was fearful at times. And then it was just like the way I went up there it was like random and like, okay, I'm staying. And then I came back and never went back. It just like life caught up to me here. And it was like, oh my gosh, I still have to pay for my car. And so like it was eye-opening that like, okay, this is possible. But then being like, okay, reality's hitting. I gotta get back into life.
Do you think it kind of gave you like a pre-colonial kind of like mindset or a pre-colonial like perspective?
Yeah, definitely. I think, yeah, definitely surviving there in like -20-degree weather.
Jeez.
And living off it like in a tent with one stove that was keeping this place warm. Like everybody's in a sleeping bag, huddled, sleeping next to each other. It was intense, but I think it did give me like okay, this is kind of what it's like to not watch TV every day or be on the computer or even have my phone. I mean, I didn't really have my phone at times. And so it was like a good reset and a good like, okay, this is kind of how it could be.
Yeah.
It definitely gave a great image, great idea of what life could be like, and it was a lot easier. I don't think I was ever hungry. I wasn't ever cold. I mean, one night there was one time where the like firekeeper who was like staying up all night to make sure the fire was warm and hot and going fell asleep, and so the fire went out and everybody woke up like, why is it freezing in here? And the stove's it's like not even on. So
did everyone like have a job like to do?
Yeah, it was all definitely was kind of based on that. Like people were doing like we were doing content. There was people who were like cooking, people who were sorting. They even had a school there, so they were like teachers. There was a library. So yeah, everybody kind of had their little place and kept it going like a little factory, and it was going, and the wheels were turning, and everybody was doing their thing.
Yeah. I wanted to go, but I never. I don't know what year was that.
2016, I think, into 2017. You probably were still in like college, maybe.
No, I think I dropped out. I dropped out like twice. Actually, maybe 3 times.
Heck yeah. I was like, oh, one and done is good for me. I don't need to go back.
Yeah. No, I've dropped out like maybe 2-3 times and changed my major like 3 times. So
yeah,
I'm still kind of working on my graduate studies. Possibly, maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Go for it.
We'll see.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
I like the podcast thing though.
Hey, so do I. I'm having a really good time.
Yeah. Okay. Was rodeo ever a part of your life?
Oh, major curveball. As a kid, yes. My family.
Because I saw a picture of you. I don't know, like was it on YouTube or somewhere, or maybe on Facebook? But there's a little you with a little cowboy hat.
Little me with the cowboy hat, and sometimes I don't think about my online trail and like the digital trail I have.
You have a lot, man.
The digital trail's insane, and I'm like, okay. But rodeo as a young kid definitely did that. My dad was like a steer wrestler and loved to do rodeo. And as a kid, I did like woolly riding up to like steer riding, and that's like the furthest I went. But like, I don't necessarily say rodeo, but like rancher. I'm
Rancher,
a
right?
rancher. My family are
Rancher.
ranchers. Like like they own, I don't know how many head of cattle, and so we have to like go up there and flank them and
Do you
brand
really?
them. Yeah, like cut their ear and ear tag them.
I never knew that.
Yeah, yeah. So that's like the closest I get to like rodeo. I was asked at one point to be a rodeo clown, and I
You
was
should
like,
have, dude.
it would have been fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure, but I was just like, I don't know. This was for like the Navajo Nation fair,
Oh,
and I was like,
oh.
I don't know if I want to start that big yet. It does sound fun, but
What was the pay? Do you know?
I don't even remember. It was so like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
But the closest thing to rodeo now is like a family business sponsoring the rodeo and me doing content for getting like, oh, here's what's going on today, and so I still enjoy watching it, but
You watch like PBR and stuff like that?
I go to Vegas every year, Charles. I go to Vegas every year.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I go to the NFR often. I try to go every year. It's like just a family getaway kind of thing instead of sometimes the INFR, the Indian National Finals Rodeo. So not going this year. That's happening next week, but I was like, I have to go to actually a Rehoboth Career Day.
Oh.
So I'm going to try to get some little high schoolers excited about physical therapy and stuff like that. So, but no, yeah, rodeos, I still enjoy it. I still enjoy watching it. My favorite event is probably calf roping's pretty interesting.
Okay.
Air wrestling's pretty interesting.
I don't really know much about rodeo at all.
We should go to a rodeo.
Dude, I'd be
You should
down.
do a podcast about a cowboy.
You get Cody Jesus.
Cody Jesus. I don't know any other cowboys.
I know.
I don't know. We'll find some for you.
Yeah. We'll find something like that.
But when I do dress up super rodeo, like
Yeah.
Wranglers and some boots and a pearl snap, I look like a tool.
Get all bedazzled.
I get big old turquoise ring,
Yeah.
and everybody's like, "Who is this guy?"
A big old turquoise rock right there in the chest.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bolo tie.
Bolo tie. Yeah.
We're thinking the same thing. I'm at
Big old wrist thing on the.
Oh, what a bogard.
It's like dragging the arm because it's
Some
too heavy.
spurs. But like, I feel like I do have to dress up when I like that aesthetic when I do go to a rodeo. But I'm like,
That's how I feel when I go to Santa Fe Indian Market.
yeah,
Yeah, gotta look good.
gotta look good. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're not doing it right in Santa Fe Indian Market if like a white horse isn't like, where'd you get that?
Exactly.
Whose jewelry is
Yeah,
that?
exactly. Yeah. Actually, this is the ring that I have right here is a Chris Yazzie original.
Ooh, I'm still
Yeah.
trying to get a Chris Yazzie.
See, this is before he got big, so this is a pretty reasonable price.
Lucky man.
Yeah. Now it's like thousands.
Chris Yazzie, get in contact with me. I need a customized ring. I'm trying to get one still.
He's high in demand, dude.
I know that. I'm like, hey, I go way back with you, like to high school, bro. Come on.
I bullied you.
I don't think I ever bullied Chris Yazzie. Maybe I did. I don't know. Let's not
Isaiah,
talk
were you a
about
bully,
that.
man?
No, I don't think so. I mean, at Rehoboth, again, you're friends with everybody.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think maybe like in elementary I was.
Were you at Rehoboth your whole life,
But
or?
no, I was at Indian Hills from like
Oh.
kindergarten to 5th grade.
Oh.
But now you got me all stressed out, being like, was I a bully? Oh. Okay.
No,
next topic,
you weren't a
next
bully.
topic.
You weren't a bully. No. I don't think you were.
Charles, next topic. You got me thinking too much over here.
Oh man. Well, do you have any questions for me?
Charles.
No.
So the podcast, what made you want to start a podcast?
You know, I was just hanging out with friends one day and I woke up, we got up early. I was like, I'm gonna buy a website. So I bought a website and I was like, what am I gonna call it? What is life? What is life? And the whole focus is kind of like focus on this tagline is connecting the intricate moments of humanity, which thus exposes the beauty of us.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just a fancy way of saying like humans are messy, but we're beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, we have our good times, our bad times, our low times, our high times. You know, it's never just one static, smooth trail.
Mm-hmm.
I look at my own life, like so many times I've hit rock bottom. So many times I've had, just success, like, wiping out my tears was just happy, and then wiping the other tears just sad. It's just You never know what to expect. And I think once we understand that everyone has their own journey, everyone has their own, path that they go through. And, it's a little bit easier to kind of connect with other people. Because if you look at one person and be like, oh, this guy's successful, he does all this and that, I can never reach that. But then when you get to know him, it's like, oh, this guy failed so many times. This guy has had so many dark times, but also good times. And you never know, And so I started off with a blog, interviewing people with a little recorder. And then I realized how many people like to read.
Like a blog post.
Yeah, like an online blog post, And then, actually, you know what? We had our high school reunion just below the studio here.
Okay.
And at that time, they're still building the studio, and they, Brendan gave us a tour, and this whole studio was just bare. There was like nothing here.
And I'm so excited that I didn't know this was here. So it's really exciting for Gallup to have something like this.
Yeah.
Because in Albuquerque, we were doing Pick Up New Mexico from a studio that was like UABQ, and it was like funded. And so it definitely helps people who just need that little like, oh, I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah.
Push. And I'm glad that they started this. The Rich family, it's really great. So.
Yeah. I love it. I love the whole setup. And I think part of it was, like watching some of your videos too, how you were able to, do interviews and do that. I was like, I could probably do something like that, but maybe not a full like TV show with
better.
Maybe. I don't know. This is the podcast. You had a whole introduction. You had musicians. Yeah, no, it was like, okay, then I, just got connected with Brendan, and then it's like, hey, want to do a podcast? We should, I don't know. Maybe I brought it up. Maybe he brought it up, and it just kind of led to this.
Heck yeah.
Just been an ongoing motion,
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any final words or, words of advice for anybody listening who's interested in going into comedy, maybe going into rodeo?
Not politics. Don't go into politics.
Don't go into politics. Oh, hey.
I'm just kidding. I think, again, don't let success be like the small little point here of success. Remember, it's a bigger success is this whole room. It's not just this little eye hole of a opening. It's whatever you want it to be. So pursue it, and pursue it with your whole 100%.
There you go.
Bust some booty and get out there and work and make it happen. And yeah, you might not know what you're doing, but hey, if you do one episode and you're like, that didn't work, there's always episode 2 that you can work on.
Exactly.
If you have a painting and you're like, that's not the best, there's always the next painting. So just keep pushing, keep working, and don't drink weak coffee, because that doesn't help with success. Drink a strong cup of coffee in the morning.
Get that red eye, right?
Yes. If you need a cigarette, go smoke a cigarette with some coffee.
That nicotine.
Sometimes those are the most wise people. Like sometimes just a coffee and a cigarette rather than a whole yoga meditation session.
Yeah.
So hey, you never know. Don't judge a book off its cover, because like I said, you never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes the most influential, most down-to-earth people are the people you're like judging, and then you get to know them and you're like, man, what's so wrong with me? So go into life full throttle. Don't judge anybody. Have a good time. Laugh often, and drink strong coffee.
There you go. Unless you're an energy drinker kind of guy, then there's that too.
Or you could switch to strong coffee.
Yeah, okay. Do you have a preference on the brand? Is it Folger?
I just use a big thing of Dunkin' Donuts, and I make it super strong. So
There you go.
Doesn't really matter. Sometimes I go local, but that's probably what I'll start doing now is local. I've seen the prices, and I'm like, oh my God. Did you know that Tang was a month ago was $4, now it's $7? So
Tang,
the drink, the orange
yeah,
drink.
yeah.
My favorite drink.
Raising that up. I saw they were thinking about raising up the Arizona tea, right?
Oh man, I hope not. We'll see. But yeah, thank you so much.
All right, man. Thanks, Isiah. That was wonderful. Glad to have you here. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, cool. You're up.
Perfect.
The core focus for Whatislife.blog, the podcast series, is to connect the intricate moments of humanity, which thus exposes the beauty of us. We believe that all humans contain a story, and that alone is worth sharing.